Let's now take you back to our leading story where, of course, in the Western Cape, the South African Weather Service has adjusted its level 6 warning to level 8. Let's cross now to our reporter, Vanessa Poonah, who is live on the scene for us and just monitoring developments. Vanessa, thank you for your time. Of course, you've been out there since pretty much early this morning. 2 cold fronts have already made landfall in the country. How are things like there in the Western Cape at the moment, particularly where you are?
Yes, good afternoon to you. And where we are at the moment, and specifically at this time, the rain is coming down. We're at the island informal settlement in Makaza in Khayelitsha. You'll see behind me residents are queuing for assistance from the gift of the givers. Of course, their homes have been flooded. Really, we spoke to the disaster management head a short while ago here in the province, Colin Diner, telling us of a number of flooded roads, a number of flooded informal settlements. You would know that Ward 99 in Khayelitsha, they are still busy trying to get aid, much needed humanitarian aid to that community. That, of course, following heavy rainfall and very strong winds earlier this week. But now the rain is coming down. We do expect that the storm will intensify as the afternoon goes on. We know that wave swells of up to 10 meters are expected along the coast. But here in this informal settlement, residents are at their wits' end, I suppose. Extremely cold conditions as well as rain coming down. I'm joined now by the ward councilor in the area, Mr. Lucky Mbiza, to give us a sense of the conditions here in this area and also the plight of this community. Mr. Mbiza, good day to you. It is a miserable day today, and of course more rainy weather as well as more heavy winds expected for the area. The residents here are queuing for much needed help. What has the situation been like overnight, and also your concerns going forward into this week?
Thanks very much, Vanessa, for the opportunity. And then what I can say currently, Vanessa, is that it's just the beginning. The more the rain start to rain, the more the problem will be having. We are just worried because of the rain just started yesterday, and then with few drops, and you can see that it's bad, and the residents are in need of help. Now, in previous years, we've been reporting this problem to say at least we wish our people, at least maybe they can be moved to the better place or the land where they won't be affected. But now we are appreciating the help that we are getting from the gift of the givers, so that, as you can see, it's them that are asked here so that they can give our people something. Because of here we are with the disadvantaged people, they don't have anything in their houses. They are sitting at home, it's cold. They don't even have the soup that the gift of givers is going to give us today. They are appreciating that. That's what I can say for now.
How do residents prepare for the coming weather? Is it even possible for them to do so?
The residents currently they are hopeless because of there is nothing that is coming. Hence, I'm saying we appreciate what the gift of the givers is giving to us. The little that they are giving to us, we appreciate it. We spoke to the Department of Water and Sanitation and Informal Settlement regarding the preparation of the winter readiness. But now they said no, they are ready. Whenever we call them to come and assist, they will come and bring sasa and what. But other than that, there's nothing. Because as you can see, the roads, there's a millisand that is needed to prepare the roads, the cars, and also the houses of the people. Some sheds, the water as we speak, it's going in through the roof and others underneath. Now it's what is the disadvantage that the community are at now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mbiza. Of course, there's just a word from the ward councillor in this area in terms of the difficulties facing communities such as this one here at the island informal settlement in Makaza in Khayelitsha. He mentioned there that the gift of the givers is assisting, and of course someone who has his feet on the ground at all times when it comes to situations like this where people are in need is one Ali Sablé from the gift of the givers. Ali, of course this weather warning has come along, and now we see the start of this heavy downpours and also the strong winds associated with that. We know that, for example, the Franschhoek Pass has been closed due to snowfall. We know that the Huguenot Tunnel has been closed to heavy duty or heavy vehicles, and they have to use the Du Toitskloof Pass. We know that there are still a number of people out in Ward 99 where you've been assisting all along. The calls that you've been getting, you say it's been frantic.
The calls have been pouring since this morning. As you can see, it's only day one of the disaster predicted for the next 5 days. And for our assessments done on the ground, from Ward 99, which is close to 4,000 people displaced. The island informal settlement where we are now, Makaza, Kosovo in Philippi has called us, Polar Park, Philippi, Kanana informal settlement, Guguletu, Barcelona informal settlement, Guguletu, Lawantle, Nozamo in Strand. The numbers thus far leading requires is close to 10,000 people. And that is just day one for the inclement weather predicted. So as the day goes by, we can see many more areas which will call us. We are already receiving calls from local municipalities appealing us for black sheeting, appealing us for sandbags as the storms are coming in. The numbers are increasing in informal settlements by the hour. We are on the ground to assist them with the urgent humanitarian need in terms of hot meals and blankets and warm clothing. We are in contact with the National Department of Human Settlement has been in contact with us, especially the concern about Ward 99 where the 4,000 people are sleeping up in the open. As you remember, the structures has been completely destroyed, washed away. We hope they can be put in temporary accommodation, and you must know, school is starting on Tuesday. It's not looking good for the community in the informal settlements as the need is growing by the hour.
So Ali, we spoke to the head of disaster management just now, Colin Dine, and we asked him about any evacuations at this stage. He says there haven't been any evacuations, but of course you've just mentioned there, day one of the stormy weather, preparedness, I suppose, for eventualities like that. How important would that be to actually get to the ground as soon as possible?
Definitely. You know, once the disaster hits a community, they're already in trauma, and there's already a risk of the elderly people and the young women and children being exposed. We saw that yesterday. They're sleeping out in the open and in the rain. So when I was speaking we had this morning a JOC meeting, and it was raised by National Human Settlements about the concern about people sleeping out in the open. And before I got here, I was on a call with them, and they say they're trying to source temporary accommodation, especially for the people of Ward 99. Unfortunately, the community walls cannot accommodate the numbers of people affected. Here we see people streaming in for aid. Their homes and food has been contaminated, washed away, and for the next coming few days it's looking very bleak for these people. And logistically we are very stretched in getting to all informal settlements in time. Our phones it's non-stop ringing, and Lawantle and Nozamo example is 50% underwater. Speaking to the local council there, he said there's close to 2,000 people affected. So it's going to be a busy few days for the Gift of the Givers teams.
Thank you, Ali, and we wish you strength for the coming few days. Of course, they're from the Gift of the Givers, giving us an update saying that at this point, with just the first day of the storm, already 10,000 people in informal settlements needing assistance. And we do know that more inclement weather is on the cards for the rest of this week. We've spoken to various authorities and also some of the residents telling us that the conditions are dire and that they fear the next week as more heavy rains are expected to lash not just the Cape, but also large parts of the Western Cape. They've been talking about electricity outages in areas such as Belhar, out in Rawsonville, saying that a number of farming points have been affected, and also then the truck that overturned on Meyringspoort that would have been in the process of being cleared, and just a general warning to people out there to be extremely cautious, especially those along the coastlines, with those high swells expected at the coastal areas for most of this week.
Vanessa Poonah, thank you so much for that update. Of course, devastating times there, especially for people that are living inland at those informal settlements. Vanessa Poonah, of course, monitoring developments across the Western Cape there for us, especially inland, and of course, speaking to various people that are being affected. Earlier, we spoke to the NSIR spokesperson saying that, of course, there have been no major incidents out in the coastal line. A number of roads in the Cape have also been affected by heavy rains. Adverse weather conditions are being experienced in several areas, as you've heard from Vanessa Poonah. And of course, the South African Weather Service has told residents to monitor all of their updates. They have now increased and escalated their level 6 warning to level 8, particularly in the Western Cape. We'll continue to monitor those developments and in other provinces as well.